download this chart so that you can follow along. And we're going to do a reading on Senator Warren and how does Senator Warren feel about being president. Now, I know that she has said, no, I don't want to run for president, but it would be interesting to just as an exercise, just to practice doing readings, just to, see what does it have to say. Because do not assume that anything that you're doing in terms of readings is the truth. Okay, we're just experimenting and playing. Then you can find out and say, hey, did that reading turn out true? Ask the person, right? But meanwhile, we want to play. And it's just interesting to do this because having done it for 40 years, it's very interesting to hear people's feedback and say, yeah, or, it builds a lot of confidence. All right, then if you don't have a deck of cards, then go ahead and download the free one. You can get it online, tarotcardexpert.com, and just download the four pages and laminate them, cut them up, and create yourself a deck. So let's take a look at this. Is a 21 card spread. This is something that I use all the time. It is it's my favorite spread. I've used it for 40 years, and it is so full of information that helps me to empathetically put myself in somebody else's shoes. It's just a great practice. It's always good to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes. And when you are doing a reading on somebody, make sure that you pay very close attention to your own feelings about the question. For example, in this case here, we're looking at, well, how does Senator Warren feel about becoming president? If I have a very strong feeling that I would like her to become president, that could easily influence the reading. If I'm very strong about not having her run for president, it will influence the cards that you pull out. It's just amazing. How can we actually pull out cards that influence a reading because of me? There are people that do readings about relationships, and if they're having a problem in their own relationship, they may pull out their own reading. So we want to learn how to be neutral and learn how to just ask the question from just a curiosity kind of a place, and not from any place that comes from that place within ourselves that would like something to happen or would like something not to happen. So with this 21 card spread, it talks about coming into the reading. In the moment that we're pulling it is when this would be April 29th, 2015. And we're placing the cards in a certain order because then it's easier to just locate them. But when it comes to actually doing the reading, we look for certain things, and we will not be flipping the cards over in the order that it was laid down. The laying down part is mostly for the practice of knowing, okay, I've got to put this card here and there. But when it comes to the actual reading, we go and do it according to chunks, how a person thinks and feels and their body, their inner self, their outer self and stuff. And that's not in this order. We have the 21 card spread here, and when we have a 6-month basically forecast. So let's first take a look at them. Pull out 21 cards on how does Warren feel about being the president. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. 14, 16, 18, 20, and 21. Now you notice I am not doing the feel which card is, tingling my fingers or anything, because I don't have the patience. I just want to get to the reading, and so I tend to just pull them out because the right ones, I'm assuming that the right ones will come out, and I have found that it still works. So yeah, I'm not that sensitive. I'm not psychic. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. Okay, let's see here. Okay, 21 card spread. And you'll see that I pretty much follow the chart, but I'm doing it really fast. All right, so let's see. We come into the reading, because if she were sitting here and I were to ask, well, how do you feel about being president? Okay, the King of Wands is the card of a person who's very active on a goal and wants to just get things done, right? This is like a go for it kind of an energy. So with the King of Wands, even though she's a woman, the king is not a man or a woman, it's the energy of that person. And coming into the reading, the idea of becoming president is something where, yeah, there's so much that I have to do that I want to do, but at the foundation of this idea of becoming president, there's a sense of, yeah, but I don't know if I'll be able to accomplish what I would like to accomplish, because Seven of Pentacles has a lot to do with a sense of wasted energy. So here we have at the foundation, here we on the subconscious level, she knows what she wants. It's a very clear thing about what she wants to accomplish, and she wants to go for it. And being president doesn't necessarily give her that sense that she would be then able to really move on things. And with the Hierophant as the conscious mind, her thinking is, I just want to do what's good for people. Whatever is good for other people is all that I want to do. And I'm not sure with the Seven of Pentacles that I would be able to do that. So I'm going to just go for my life and just go for what it is that I need and believe in, and do what is good for the people, because I know what's important. And so the president idea is like, but I could be ending up spinning my wheel a lot. Sure, her idea is, I want to work with people. Her intuition, okay, over here we have the intuition. It's the Six of Wands. She's good at working with other people. And so if we can work together, then we can get a lot of things done. How does she see herself? Well, she's very comfortable with who she is. And so, if she were to be the president, she would still be okay. I mean, she just likes herself. She's in a good relationship with herself. And she wants to come off like a person. Also, she sees herself as a person who's there for other people, even on a spiritual level. The Queen of Pentacles, I want to take care of people. She's very nurturing, very mothering. She's actually willing to do the work that it takes to be a good, caring person. So let's see, what are the thoughts about this presidency thing? Well, inner thoughts are, I don't know, right? Because this is a king of sorts. He has a lot to think about, so much to consider, right? Because there is this idea of, yeah, I want to do good. I know what needs to be done. The emperor, and yet at the foundation of the reading, but I don't know if I'd be able to pull it off. So, I have some mixed feelings about it, but I am committed to doing what I have already been doing. The Three of Wands, she's thinking, okay, I've already got all of these things lined up, and I've done a lot of work. I want to see where else this thing is going to go, what the projects that she's already into. And would that be able to happen if she were to become president? I don't get that she may feel that way. The idea of it could be entertaining, the Page of Cups, just kind of going, well, because there's a lot of people that are very supportive of this idea. But, the Hermit is very much into internal processing and thinking about what is the truth and what is the foundation of what is going on, so that I can make wise decisions. So, yeah, she's given this a lot of thought. Her body says, I don't know if this is what I want to do. It would be disappointing. Her nervous system is saying, I don't know if this is it doesn't feel like, this is what I want to do. This would be a disappointment if things didn't go in the direction that I know is right. The things that I've lined up that I have to do, I'm committed to. The Three of Wands, I've got everything lined up, and so, but she likes the support. She likes the idea. It gives her celebration to see that, thank you for thinking of me so highly. And the idea of it, yeah, the Knight of Cups is like very fantasy. Wouldn't that be an interesting idea? But this is still at the foundation of the reading, the Seven of Pentacles. Am I going to really be able to get done what it is that I want to get done? Can I accomplish as much as I would like? So, what does she want? She just wants things to move along, because the Six of Swords has to do with seeing progress and moving to better things. That's what she wants to see. What she needs to master is this gridlock, that is going on. So if she were to, she would see that she's looking at, one group against another, and that they're not moving, because this is the stalemate card. The Two of Swords is just a stuck energy. And what she's looking at is she just wants things to get moving. She's got a lot of things that she wants to get done, very much for the good of all. What's her karmic lesson? Well, if she were to decide to do this, it would be just a leap of faith. Let's just see what happens. What the heck, right? So who knows, what could happen if she were to decide to give this a go. How other people see her? Well, other people are seeing her saying, I don't think I want to do this, even though there are still people who are saying, oh, come on, please run, right? But the outer world can also see that she is saying, there's enough gridlock, there's enough things just tied up, and I just want to get things moving. I want to get things going. And so they're seeing her as a person who, yeah, maybe we've got to move beyond this thing called her being president, because she's always good with ideas. She's a person who's just a doer and somebody who's going to get things done that is on a practical, grounded kind of a level, because that's what the Ace of Pentacles is about. And she knows herself, the Six of Cups. I know what I can do. So in the future, we see her being herself, knowing what she wants, because the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles is about setting boundaries, about knowing this is what I know I can do, this is what I can do, I want to help other people. I'm not sure if being a president is going to give me that power. And I have mixed feelings about it, because on the one hand, it is a very powerful position. But on the other hand, there's so many things that she's got lined up. The Three of Wands is about, I've already got things going. I want to see where they end up. I need to have follow through. I don't want to stop. So having to think in terms of becoming president, there's a sense of loss, or a sense of maybe the inability to be able to do some of the things that she's doing right now. And so it's not it's like, it's just too bad, I guess, with the Three of Swords, sadness, sorrow, separation, that kind of thing, not getting what I want. So the idea of it may be that, I have a lot that I need to do. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off. And I need to set my boundaries, Nine of Pentacles, set my boundaries so that I choose and work on what I can do. And I got to let that one go. And other people in the outer world are saying, yeah, I guess so, because she's already doing a lot in the amount that she can do. So to keep track of your reading, then you can fill in this form so that you can look back on it. And especially the future cards are kind of nice. Nine of Pentacles, right? Just wanting to keep to herself. In the recent past, the Three of Cups, feeling really happy that people want this. Knight of Cups, what a nice idea, what a thought, right? Karmic lesson is the Fool. Yeah, I guess I could do that. But when we go and we take a look at, I'm already really busy, right? King of Wands, and the foundation, Seven of Pentacles, right? So I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to put in a lot of energy towards something and not be able to get things done. So as you fill in this card, the idea of it is Page, right? The of Cups. The idea of it is kind of sweet, it's kind of like, oh, thanks, that feels good. But Hermit, I got to really think about this. The thought of it, the inner thoughts, the King of Swords, a lot to think about, right? And then outer thoughts, the spoken words, is the Three of Wands, which is saying, well, but I've got a lot of pokers in the fire already. Two of Swords, mastery. This is I don't know if I want to really. How do I handle the gridlock that is going on? Because Six of Swords, what I want is things to move along. So the body says, nah, I don't think so. It's preparing for disappointment and things like that if there was to be this movement. And because she wants to work, Six of Wands, with other people and get some things done, right? Let's all come together and be able to get something positive done. And so with the Queen of Pentacles in her spirit, she's saying, yeah, I want to nurture all the people, Hierophant, that I'm taking care of. I'm here to do and to be of service to other people. And knowing that the Emperor is in her subconscious, this is firm. This is not some place that she's going to be wishy-washy about at all. And she sees herself as the Six of Cups. She's comfortable where she is. Other people see her as the Ace of Pentacles. Always ideas that are practical and useful, but people need to then move on. Okay, Eight of Cups in the outer world, which is saying, okay, yeah, she's got a lot that she needs to do. She's already doing it because Three of Swords is what she would be having a sense of if she were to go on the campaign tour and all this. She can't do as much as she would like to be able to do. So now you can see how you can then keep track of a reading, download the page, download the cards if you don't have them. But you can see that there's yes, I would love to, but I've got a lot of things that I need to do, and I'm not sure, Seven of Pentacles, if I'd be able to pull it off even as a president. Which is kind of sad. So now we're going to move into the next 6 months. Where is that going to go? How is that going to move for her? But, knowing that she's kind of said, nah, I don't want to. And the reading pretty much explains, yeah, she doesn't feel like she can be as effective or useful or, get as much done as she's got a lot going on right now. So to stop all of that may not be her goal. So let's take a look in the next 6 months. But we know she's not going to move into that arena. But I'm going to take a look and see her life in general. 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And some people talk about cards flipping up and things like that. Actually, it is good to pay attention to it. But just check it out, and see if it is something that actually makes sense. Ask the person that you're doing the reading for, or if you're doing it for yourself, go and say, well, does that make sense? And because it's usually kind of like a, hey, right? Think about this. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. And we're talking about, getting back to the drawing board and taking care of business one step at a time. Okay, just being thorough, right, on what it is that she's doing at this moment. Okay, so this is now April. Okay, May, June, July, August, September, October. So it shows that in June there's the Five of Cups. Something's going to be happening where it isn't like she had hoped that something was going to work, and there's a disappointment there. But by July, she goes and says, no, I'm going to do something about this. Yeah, there's still some remaining good stuff. That's what the two up, the still upright cards represent. But the Three of Cups is saying, oh, it didn't turn out. Well, I'm going to do something about it. There's a very resilient kind of energy here. And in August, it works out that whatever it is that she did works out pretty well. So, Two of Cups. And think of the Two of Cups having this feeling of, I love it. All twos has to do with commitment. And this is like, yeah, this is emotionally very rewarding. Okay, Hermit in September, a time of like inward looking, reassessing what is the truth about all of this stuff that she's into. And then in October, Four of Swords, resting. Okay, she's going to take a break. So hard work, that didn't work. Do something about it, right? The Magician, yeah, I like what happened here. All right, now to really take a look at who am I? What am I about? What is all of this about? And then in October, just taking a break. It could easily be a vacation or just chilling. So see you later.